suppliers of spyware and often criticised for not being picky about its customers. The state is now planning to relax export rules on offensive cyber weapons. This despite accusations by human rights and privacy groups that its technologies are used by some governments to spy on political foes and crush dissent. While the UN and rights groups are calling for stricter oversight, in Israel things seem to be moving in the opposite direction, a move defended by the country's prime minister.
What not to do is to get in the way of the business side of it. Now, it's impossible not to regulate somewhat, but my principal role has been not to over-regulate. And guess what? The minute this industry begins to percolate and grow and overflow, then the demands for regulating it, as you would regulate a weapons industry, abound. But I think we have to take the risk, and it's a considerable risk, of regulating less in order to grow more.
In general, the government is trying to remove red tape for selling technologies abroad. Teams from around the world head to CyberGym, a cyber warfare training facility backed by the Israel Electric Corporation. There, experts learn to defend utilities and critical infrastructure from a growing number of cyber attacks. The company's CEO says there's always a risk the tech will be misused.
Every other thing around the world that you export, doesn't matter if it's cybersecurity, weapons, drones or missiles, like everywhere around the world. Even if you sold weapons, missiles to a nation, they can use it against you, they can use it, misuse it in any way, shape or form. So it's not something that you control. What you can control is the ones that you actually sold to and the capabilities of your tools, the features of your tools.
Israel is not the only game in town, but its surveillance technologies have been linked to allegations of foreign governments spying on journalists, dissidents and critics, even countries it has no formal ties with. Their tech has been linked to scandals in Saudi Arabia and the UAE. Global demand for offensive cyber systems is on the rise, and Israel appears to be positioning itself to take advantage.